What's up, you guys? Ubisoft, the UbiForward just released, and with it came some new Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope footage. This is going to be my reaction to watching it. I'm going to be pausing it. I'm going to be stopping it. We're going to be talking about the game. We're going to be talking about all the cool, fun things that are included. So let's get into it. Let's go. I'm excited. I did watch this live, but I didn't pause it or anything. So this will be second time watching it. Let's see.
Hello everyone, I'm Faye, Associate Producer. Welcome to this new video about Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Today, our heroes travel to Terraflora in their...
Okay, they're all on a ship. I wonder if this is the first world.
This green and usually flowery planet
Okay, so we have the spaceship landing in the background here.
is struck
All
by
this
a drought
dark
caused
mess.
by Curse's malevolent influence.
Okay, so this probably isn't the first map because I think we saw from earlier, these are their levels. So these guys are level 17 now. I don't know what like max level is, but this probably is not the beginning here. What else do we got? We got our shine sprites or whatever they're called. The bits, I believe. No, they're not bits. We have these like 4-leaf clover coins. I wonder what those do. And then we have like our regular coins. Up here you can see, and they talk a bit about it later, but there's the abilities that Beepo has. One kind of looks for invisible things in the ground, and the other it looks, I don't even know. I guess I kind of forget from the first watch through. All right, let's keep going here. I will say this looks a little busy. Like maybe it's just like we're not used to, or I'm not used to like the game and stuff. I don't know where to look, but it looks a little busy.
Go now.
So there's a quest. We have to do this train thing, and I wonder if this is going to be the main quest. I know he did say this is going to be one of the side quests. The creator right before this, Davida Soliani, but let's see. The cannons are still here. But like this background looks pretty busy back here. Not gonna like. I mean, I know there's like some dead space, but like the pink
Mario and his
clouds. But
to the top of the volcano. To get there, they will have to find their way to the
like, I guess when this pops up initially, like for me, I'm like, I don't know where my eyes to look. I see this sign here. I see this big gold thing here, but I don't think that does anything. I know it, I eventually see that the path is here with a. Actually, I didn't even see that, the rabbit yelling at the sky. It looks like this is like almost a map or a painting to the right side here. But to me, this like my eyes kind of like go all over the screen. So hopefully that's not like an issue kind of going forward. But anyways, cool Wiggler train. We're collecting coins now, as we talked about in the top right.
Like all the planets.
Looks pretty cool here. Some like the environments are pretty neat though. I think we see a bad guy here. I think we see them later. Another one here, a hopper. It looks like there. Cool stuff. And so yeah, we have like this mini map. And so approach the Everbloom tree, stay on track, and then this like little mini map. And I don't know if this crown is supposed to mean like we head northwest or something like that. I didn't pay attention to that earlier. We'll see.
It's packed with secrets, collectibles.
Yeah, so yeah, it does change. So now it's like we should be heading south to get to the task. So there is like a bit of a mini-map element. Honestly, that's kind of cool. That's kind of all right. I don't mind that.
Puzzles to solve and wacky NPCs to talk with.
I'm blocked. All these oozers and the oozers right here. I think we see them in the battle that comes up as well. So this is a new enemy that comes out. Cool.
With the help of people,
so there's the ZR thing that they probably pressed here in the top right. They used that on that block that had that symbol on it here. So these symbols here look like, I mean, it doesn't look like a symbol, but it's for the purple thing, and that's what it'll be used for. I wonder what this is. Is this the item section here? We got no, these are probably items. Got settings, and I wonder if this is like build your team. The last one, not sure. Let's look at the world. There's a lot of like purple thorns. Almost looks like they're like blocking things off. It looks like they have the Dark Mess logo on there, but it looks like some areas will be gated by until you solve some stuff, which makes sense. Like they do that in like every game,
The
but
environment?
that's how they're gonna do it. Okay, now we're in a cave, and we see this logo again coming in here. Now, it said Beepo is going to be the one helping us here, but it looks like Mario's doing the work. I don't know. I think Mario got shafted a little bit here. We're going to cover this thing up here. All right.
To uncover secrets or reveal a hidden path to new zones.
And here's that ZL using this. I assume it's yellow. We're getting a yellow path here, so same kind of deal. This cave looks nice.
There are many
Another like NPC B, it looks like here. It doesn't look like an enemy.
interesting places to visit and seek.
Oh, this guy's a little cute.
to discover
Maybe we talk with him.
Terraflora.
We saw this area in the last trailer too. If you've been following along, more of that logo. Looks like there's a button. Was that a button that you hit?
Plains and
Looks like Mario walks up, hits the button, or hits the Beepo, hits that ZR. All these things appear. We saw these are like collectibles. These are almost like the chests. We kind of saw that earlier in the trailer when they collected something. We see more of these. Those cannons seem to be everywhere.
We
Oh, what was
haven't
this? I think there's an.
caves,
Is this a new enemy?
but let's get back
What is this guy? I'll play one more time here.
on track.
This guy just like he's like a pot,
Hidden caves.
like a kitchen pot.
But let's get back on track.
I don't know.
We have a train to catch.
So we've seen this before. We're here now. We're going through this gate.
All aboard!
So this is like a quest. Yeah, we're ready to go. Toot toot. The whole cast is here. The whole gang. So the whole cast must travel everywhere together. And again, assuming this isn't the first world, so maybe we don't start with everyone. But again, we're level like 17 here, so we're probably getting everyone along the way and then go on from there. We're moving. We're hustling. We get into the black hole. We're safe, right? Uh-oh. Do not look behind you guys. Wiggler's coming in. Don't have too much to say about the Wiggler. I think it's just like set up for a boss fight.
The Wiggler has been enraged by Cursa, and
So, yeah, cool. So we got these targets we need to hit on the Wiggler. I'm going to switch pen colors to blue. And that's going to be our goal. So already we have like a bit of a different task. Like I know the other game had, you know, like in the World 3 boss, you know, you had to like destroy things to kill the boss, for instance. Bowser, the final boss, was, you know, there were like different tasks, but at the end of the day, it was like about killing the person. So this one's like a little different, which I like. I think that's good. We see these barrels here. It doesn't look like I don't think we've seen those barrels or those crates that have like bounce on them or like Inferno. So maybe they're replaced by these, and it looks like later on that you do target them. So this is busy. Like when I first saw this, like my eyes maybe we're just not used to the game, but it looks like we're looking at the enemies right now, and we're looking at a sea stooge. We can see up here they're level 18. Remember, we just saw our heroes were all level 17, so we're shooting above our average. Maybe does that matter? They have 875 health, which is much different than the, you know, like the 150 health. So the health pools have gone up. Obviously the weapon damages have gone up, and they have weaknesses as well, and they're resistant to splash. So okay, so they're weak against shock. Well, that stinks because they're standing beside a shock barrel, it looks like. What else do we got? Tidal Blast. What are they talking about here? Is this their move is Tidal Blast? I think so, because they're a sea stooge, water. Okay. A single medium range projectile with a flat trajectory with a splash effect. So splash probably does AoE damage. And we can kind of see so they have a 20% chance of crit, and it does 403 damage. So it does give you all that information there, just like the old game. And it looks like you can hide info if you really want to. Does splash damage with this dash as well. So you don't want to group your guys up against these guys is probably the answer here. Let's see what other guys we got here. We also got, we have to destroy 3 of those Dark Mess eyes, and we have 12 turns to do it. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a long one. We don't see many 12-turn games in the rounds in the battles in the old game. So we got an Oozer. We saw them a bit earlier. Much bigger health pool. They're ooze based. They've mastered over 1 or 2 techniques. Over 2 techniques. One prevents us from attacking. The other prevents targets from using their own techniques. and their spark power. So they kind of control. They like prevent you from doing stuff. They're weak against gust, so this is new, and resistant against ooze, also new. They do a solid 515 damage with 20% chance to crit, a lot more damage with 669. See, and then they have technique on the right side here. So these guys actually have techniques. Interesting. And you can actually see you can hit left and right. So we can go left to go to the Lone Wolf or the Stooger. Interesting. Okay. Again, just reading the HUD is like taking a while. So I'm going through this kind of, even though I've watched this before, I didn't go through the HUD at all. So now we got the Lone Wolf, medium health, level 18 again, highly mobile, strikes at long distance. So they're like the Luigi of who we're going against. They have Evil Sight. Technique allows them to fire upon heroes who move within their line of sight. So they have the hero sight or the evil sight. I like that it's called that. They're weak to burn. So this is gonna be important of like do our weapons do burn damage and frost damage, or is that based off the barrels they're standing beside pretty much? Like, is that what it's gonna be for the first couple levels? They're a long shooter, 994 damage, which I think is the highest we've seen, and has one technique, which again is that hero sight. So I think that's how we read the HUD, but it is a lot. Like, you're looking top left, top right, bottom left, to just get the idea of one character. I think that's a lot, but I mean, it is a lot of information you need to know, and eventually we'll face enough lone wolves that we'll probably not have to, deal with that again.
Let's speak Bowser.
Oh, wait, one more thing. What was this?
Prepare accordingly.
Oh, so we do see their technique, Evil Sight, and then they went down to movement here. We're looking at the bottom left. Oops. Quickly climb to high ground. So they're able to climb. So I wonder what the climbing situation is with all the other characters and the other, like the enemies and our heroes. I'm not sure.
Let's speak Bowser first.
So champion select screen here, you can say.
Let's speak.
So at the top, we got our heroes, which just overall, our team, sparks, and items. Okay. I wonder what the difference between one might just be the information on them. Two is selecting your team. Obviously, sparks and items are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, we are level 18 in this clip here. We have our 3 heroes that are selected on the left side and everyone else on the right, on the bottom right. We see our HP. We don't see the totals of HP, and then each one obviously has 2 sparks. Okay, well, we're missing one here. Where'd it go? Maybe we have to equip it.
Bowser first.
So we click team, we're going down the bottom to select. We're swapping out Luigi. And yeah, it just says second spark not equipped. So we're switching.
Allow him to sustain.
Look at the health differences there, 1640 to 3150. Obviously, they play different roles. And this is their experience. Sneak attacker leads you does best work from afar. And this is probably just an overview of what they do. Shines when launching, yeah. And then obviously the sparks have levels too. Level 2, level 3, and you can see their XP bars. So Zephyr Quake, yeah, Exosphere. Okay, cool.
Heavy damage.
Cool, so now all of our sparks are there, and it looks like we're not duplicating any.
Rabbid.
So now we go to heroes. Oh, so now we can put in our skill tree, probably just see our stats, and then also attach our weapons as well. Okay, so the heroes section. Okay, I gotcha. Rosalina. So we see the stats. We see that she's using Kaboomer. We can see her 2 sparks. Then we can see her movement and jump ability, I think. Interesting.
To neutralize enemies while the other.
Okay, she's got this Inui. Target struck stasis. So she puts people to sleep. So this is the same as Cranky Kong's sleep ability. And it shows you. I like this though. It shows you what it does. Like this is like Mario Party. Like before the game, the mini game, you get to see what it does. It does say it's locked here though, so I'm not sure what the deal is there. Maybe we have to unlock. We probably have to unlock it in the skill tree. Here's Mario's. It's unlocked. It's hero sight. Shows you the radius, 21 meters. We don't really know what meters are yet. And we see his dual slinger, medium range, multi-targeting, multi-hit. Okay. Now we're on the Sparks tab, as you can see. So let's take a look. So we have Sparks of different levels, 2 and 3 mostly, it looks like. And a couple ones all at the bottom here. So these are the ones that don't get used too much. Aquanox. So let's take a look. they have. Oh no, sorry, this is their experience. I was like, is this their health? Splash attack. So it takes 1 turn to use and takes 3 turns to recharge. They deal splash damage and have splash super effect. Super effect damage reduced by 30%. For heroes not affected by splash super. All super effect damage is reduced by 30%. Heroes are not affected by splash super effect. So maybe we can't get splashed if we have this spark on. That's how I'm reading it. And it looks like you can pre-program each of your heroes with 2. So let's say like Luigi, like we don't need maybe like the exosphere, whatever it is, on Luigi, since he should be in the back and shouldn't be taking much damage. So you can like pre-prep them with like the sparks that work for them. And that's kind of cool because you have your, which can always be changed based on the map. So that's really neat. For instance, right now, I don't know these sparks names right now, but we got these 2 here, and I think they do change in this video.
The sparks. There are dozens of sparks.
Yeah, so Electrogeddon, meteors, do shock effect. I'm just going to switch them for, not Toxic Quake, but Ethering, level 4. And I wonder, like, what does leveling up do? Oh, so there's no experience bar here now. So is level 4 the max level for our sparks? That could be a thing. I mean, it kind of makes sense if our heroes are 18 and our sparks are only level like 2 and 3. But at the end of the day, what does leveling do? Does it, I assume it helps this go, like, does this stay for 2 turns and recharge for 4? Maybe initially, stayed for 1 turn and took 5 to restart or to recharge. So, ability damage. Oh, and so then it also comes with a secondary, and maybe this is what it also increases the levels, is the ability damage by 35%. Maybe this was, 10% to start, or maybe it was something different. Interesting. So it'll be interesting to see what powers up when these folks do. And it looks like this is like the boon, like unseen is like the category of the boon. Maybe there's like poison, maybe there's sticky, I don't know. Interesting.
We're done prepping, so now is the time to.
So Mario's moving. We can see he's got 1 dash and 1 jump available. I'm not sure what this 3 is right now. If that's he can stomp on 3 different enemies, maybe that's it. So he can jump off 1 hero and then jump on 3 different ones. We can see he's got 2 different sparks here. One's like watery or airy, and the other one is, oh, the dazzle brings everyone forward. We can see that there's 2 dots by the shoe over here. I'm not exactly sure. We can switch to enemy team and we can do the tacticam just like we could before. Again, I'm just reading the HUD. It's good to get a hold of this before the game starts so it's not super overwhelming in my opinion.
Let's activate.
So we're splash attack. All weapon-based attacks. We read this one. Does splash damage.
To gain additional splash damage. Thanks.
So we're selecting who we're going to shoot. It shows us the damage and the percent damage. So the first up to here is normal damage, up to here is crit damage, and we have a 20% chance. Cool.
Effect. Mario can push the.
And then is going to shoot this barrel, which again we saw these sea guys are are weak against. They sneeze whenever they're near them. No, the thunder. And so I wonder how many levels will have conveniently placed barrels, or if that's the best way to achieve them. You know what I mean? Like to enact those effects. Maybe the blue is better again. Sorry. All right. So we're gonna shoot the first one, shoot the second one. Now we do hit this person off the edge, so I kind of want to see, and we do some damage here, and it's effective. So effective probably means like super effective if this were like Pokemon or something. So so I'm just watching that back person right now. So they do come back, and it looks like they lost a bit more health. It looks like half their health bar is gone. So that pushing them over edge, just like last game, seems to also do more damage, which I don't think anyone's too surprised about. These guys die. We get bits from them. Rosalina doesn't dash, but she's got the Kaboomer. 30 to 62 damage. We can see it's going to do most of their health, it looks like. If they crit, and we do get the criticals it mentions. Okay. And Bowser's got, I wonder what is like. Oh, I think we heard about this. It's like he controls mini Magic Koopas was his ability or something like that. I kind of want to see it in action. We don't, but. So now he's going to attack not just 1, but since he's got AoE, he can attack 2. So that's really nice. Good. Whoever's running this demo, Smart stuff. So now we're on the enemy turn.
Enemies are spawning behind us.
Splash, so it did some critical damage. It did splash for an extra 10, and then it pushes us back every time we land.
Let's
Okay.
get rid of them quickly.
Do they just teleport? Okay. So obviously it looks like the barriers work the same. These half barriers do have 50% chance of blocking, where these full ones would obviously have probably 100%. Nothing too crazy there.
Let's use Mario Spark
Back to us.
to lure those enemies out into
So we're going to step here, use glitter. So now my question is, and I think what's really interesting on this turn actually, so we're going to pull them out. We moved, we pulled them out. We pulled them in this little circle, but now we can move again. And I don't know why.
to lure those enemies out into the open.
So is this just a new mechanic? We can like move until our turn's done? Because this is really sweet. Because now we can get the hell out of there so we don't like hurt ourselves in AoE. We dash. Oh. Interesting. So we have... Oh, very interesting. Wow. I'm learning a lot here. So we do have one dash, as you can see. But what you're going to notice is we actually go through both enemies. So it looks like a dash is just in a straight line. I wonder, is that for like 3 blocks? Or is it for a certain amount of distance? Or is it just a straight line until you hit something you don't want to? So moves through them. And is it the 3 there?
Before tree,
Hold
let's
on.
use Mario Spark glitter.
No, I was going to see if it's that other thing there. Okay, we're going forward here. We just dashed them. Now we've moved away. We're still moving. And now, since we affected the splash effect... No, we're doing the hero site. Setting ourselves up.
It's time for Bowser to get his revenge.
So Bowser goes, and obviously he's going to land. And so that's what this is probably. Yeah, the land he's going to do. He can do it once. He can do 297 damage. Now, my question is it this radius, this yellow radius that does damage, or the outside one? Because otherwise he's going to hurt his teammates.
He's landing down.
So in a world, it looks like you should only be hitting this person, and if it's just the inner ring, not this third person, and then not Rosalina or Mario. So I think that's the play here. See, all 3 got hit. So that makes me think it's actually that wider,
To get his revenge.
this wider circle, but then where it doesn't team hit, that would be great. But I can see this being a little OP, because part of the strategy of last game is like, you don't want to just like run and gun, get your folks in there. Like if you do that, you have risk of like hurting your own guys, you know, your own heroes. So
His
Um,
damage ability.
doesn't look like our heroes got hurt. No, their health bars are still full.
Break his shockwave spark. And Mario's support fire will
So the
make
shockwave,
of this group.
this chases everyone away, I think, does some damage.
Teamwork and synergy.
So it's that gust, which we know is effective against these guys. And since the one person moved, Mario hero sites.
We must reach the locomotive.
Okay, now we got those lone wolves.
Eyes on the Wiggler's back. This won't be easy.
We see that the exosphere, whatever the exoskeleton folks got their shields on. So it's obviously like an AoE shield that these 2 got. We're not behind this barrier, which has like cracks in the floor. So I wonder if this can be broke and what's underneath. That's really interesting. Obviously, we got these tubes here. Got more of these black barriers. Another barrel back here. Looks like this guy started back here, came down here. So he's still keeping his distance.
Darkness eyes on the Wiggler's back. This won't be easy as the lone
And these
will react.
these AoE, these red like squares here. I think that's their hero site, and I love if that is. I love the look of that. Like that looks so clean. Like it's so easy to see. Like, are you in range or are you not? So that looks like a great quality of life change.
Coming into range.
Oh, someone spawned. One of those sea folks.
They inflict heavy damage to Bowser.
Bowser getting
Exosphere, his shield spark
absolutely
absorbs
chutted. So one thing to note here, Bowser gets shot with the evil sight, but it looks like this person's evil sight is still active because like another circle forms around it.
Thankfully, Exosphere, his
So
shield
they just
spark
shoot, and it
absorbs
looks like one came out right after they shot, which makes me think they have like multiple shots, or maybe it's just 2, or maybe it's like until the turn ends.
some of the damage.
We'll have to see.
Brute force won't make it here.
So we can't go in there because
Move with Rabbids.
hero sight's gonna get us, or evil sight. Got to go invisible. I love this. This is a cool mechanic because the hero sight in the last game was just like one of those annoying
Allowing
things.
her to
We're gonna go in there,
safely.
and so it looks. Oh, that lock is actually not. It's funny.
allowing her to
This lock here, which I thought was oh, it's locked. That's the ability icon. It looks like. So it's gonna put everyone to sleep here, which is nice. But the hero site was just something hard to avoid last game.
close to them. We can use her
You could see it in the grid. Don't get me wrong. I understand that, but so we put everyone to sleep. So that puts their hero sites away, and now Mario should be able to. And this is cool. This is brand new. This jump mechanic. So our range is up to, here, you can see that, but we're going to jump off this and look at how it extends our range. We got one jump and that doesn't use a jump. So it's only off heroes, I think. Okay, cool.
This will allow
But now we can go all the way back here if we wanted to. Interesting. And it looks like we could jump again. Like, so can we just keep jumping through a level if it permits us? Obviously they'll design levels so you might not be able to, but like,
safely and
I don't see anything that's stopping us right now. So he starts here, and he's going to shoot the last Dark Mess Eyes, which are moving, by the way, so, like, they're not just inanimate.
more turns have passed.
So more turns have passed. We get new enemies. We get Tony the Tiger with holding a rubber chicken. Interesting.
And even Bowser cannot withstand their powerful attacks.
So Bowser's dead now. Only got 2 heroes left.
Last Darkness Eyes are far
And now we got 2 Tony the Tiger looking ass, and a sea person, and I don't know what that is. Another sea person,
out
I
of
think.
attack range.
So we're going to jump, extend our range.
Not on his iconic stomp attack.
So that's one stomp, and then he goes back in the air. Interesting, okay.
One enemy to the other before delivering the
So that's that stomp, that down arrow with like a red circle around. That's where it said 3, so I think we can do it on 3 enemies. We only do it on 2 here. And we can shoot mid-air? I actually missed this the first time. What? I need to see how this works out mechanic-wise. Okay, we jump.
final blow.
Oh, we don't really get to see how that works on our end. Like what buttons we press to do that. But that is cool.
This is it.
Can we shoot enemies like that? Or is this just a unique boss one?
I hope you enjoyed this very special battle. That's all for now.
Okay. And obviously we saw... Oh, hold on. Is this just going to be... Her weapon looks so much cooler in this game than last one. Oh, these look sick. What the heck? This is new. I thought it looked different before. But these actually look dope as hell. The old ones, like the space ones, looked fine. But like nothing, I wasn't too crazy about them. I like these. We got Peaches here. Rosalina, Edge, looks like Rabbid Peach, Luigi, Mario, Rabbid Mario. Who does that leave us with? Bowser. Oh, this is Bowser's for sure, and maybe this is Peach's. Yeah, it's got the cell phone here. It's got the selfie going here, and this must be Rabbid Luigi's. Then the disc thing. Yeah, like it's a frisbee, a discus. We obviously also saw that Rayman. Let's see if they mention it here. I'm sure they will. No, they won't. Okay, cool. So, wow, that kind of concludes it. Hopefully you kind of just got to watch and see in a bit more detail with all the pauses and stuff. And I'm sure I missed tons of things like I do in all these videos. Like, it's impossible to catch it all in like one watch through. But this got me a lot more excited. At first, I was worried a little bit because I think a lot of the skills and weapons just looked like reskins from the first game, which was good. But you want something new. It looks like they've added enough more like different mechanics as well as different enemies that like prompt us to use our different skills, because before I think you could just kind of like brute force in for most of it. So I'm really excited. This got me very excited. So Ubisoft, Mario Rabbids team, fantastic work. I'm very excited for this game. It's coming out in a month and 10 days from when I'm recording this right now. So hope you're all excited, as excited as I am, which is impossible. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind, give a comment, give a thumbs up here, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I'm going to be running through this game when it comes out, so you can work with me on it. Or if you want to wait and see if you're going to like the game, follow this channel because I'm going to be playing it and giving my commentary and hopefully having just a good time going through it. So thanks so much, folks. We'll chat with you later.